Hi everybody, are you ready for another story today? Today I thought we'd try some nonfiction. Do you remember the difference between nonfiction and fiction? We always say fiction is fake. That means nonfiction is not fake. So it's true facts. This is going to teach us real true facts about the moon. It's called Moon, Earth's Best Friend. And this is one of the brand new books that we just got from the book fair. Remember how you guys brought in your spare change and we filled up our jars? We raised hundreds of dollars for new books for our library. And I brought some of them home with me, and this is one of them. You can tell it's new because of that new book smell. When you get in and you turn the pages, give it a good sniff. Can you smell it? Ah, that's good stuff. Now to read this one, I'm going to take the jacket off. Remember, the jacket is the protective cover on a book, but sometimes when I read them, they get a little bit floppy. So I'm going to take the jacket off, and I want you to check it out because the actual front cover is a little different from the jacket. There she is. Pretty neat, huh? This one is called, well now, if the cover doesn't tell us, we've got to go to the title page. So let's find the title page in here. Usually at the very front. Here we go. Moon, Earth's Best Friend. It is written by the moon, it says, with a little help from Stacy McAulty, and illustrated by the moon and Stevie Lewis. This book was published by Henry Holt & Company. And Henry Holt & Company has given us permission to share stories with you online while we can't share them with you in person at school because we're not in school right now. All right, Moon, Earth's Best Friend. Remember, even though it's written in a cartoony kind of format, it's going to be full of real, true facts. At the end, you can tell me what you've learned. So listen carefully for some new facts. When I read this the first time, there were a couple of things I didn't even know about the moon before. Look up, look up, look up! It's me, Moon. I'm Earth's best friend. Where Earth goes, I go. We have been together since the beginning. Almost. Let me tell you our story. Once upon a time, about 4.5 billion years ago, a space rock the size of Mars crashed into baby Earth. Big ol' mess. Pieces of rock, chunks of earth, and even lava were blasted into space. This crash trash came together to make me, a satellite. Now, if I've got any third graders listening, when we did our project about planets, we learned that a satellite is something that orbits a planet. So it's a synonym for moon in this case. Actually, I'm Earth's only natural satellite. Natural, not created by Earthlings. Satellite, I circle the Earth. She has thousands of human-made satellites too. Ooh, Earth doesn't look so happy about all those satellites in that picture. They're mostly metal and plastic, not exactly best friend material. Guess that makes me Earth's #1 real sidekick. It takes me 27.3 days to go around Earth once. So that's revolving, going around the whole way one time. It also takes me 27.3 days to spin once. That's rotating, going around on its axis. Coincidence? I think not. Means I'm dependable. So that's pretty unusual. Usually it's not the exact same number to rotate and to revolve, but for the moon it is. A day on the moon would be 27 days, and a year, the time it takes to go the whole way around, would be 27 days also. Now, we don't really talk about days and years with moons, just with planets, but it's the same kind of idea. My face always smiles at Earth. You never see my backside. But you probably noticed I look different every night. Have you ever noticed that the moon has different shapes at different times? Check out my phases. Fun, right? So this over here is called a new moon. And that's a kind of a funny name for it because really, when it's a new moon, we don't see the moon at all. And then as it starts to come around, we get a crescent moon. Okay, whoops, I'm sorry, we're going this way. Waxing crescent is to start. Then you get a half moon, a waxing gibbous, full moon. Doesn't make wolves howl, it says. A waning gibbous, a last quarter, and a waning crescent, and then we're back at a new moon to start again. 27 days it takes to go the whole way through this cycle. Some other planets have best friends too. I am moon, but I'm not the only moon in the solar system. And again, where are my third graders? When we studied planets, we learned that most of them have moons too. Our moon has them in a scrapbook. Do you see they're tiny little dots in here? Jupiter and its moons, Neptune, Saturn has moons, Uranus has moons, Mars has two tiny ones, Phobos and Deimos. Of all the moons in the whole solar system, I'm the 5th biggest. Did you third graders study a planet that has a really big moon? Like maybe Io or Titan, Callisto or Ganymede? Those are the only ones bigger than our moon. I'll always be Earth's pal, but that doesn't mean we're twinsies. She's bigger, 4 times bigger, and her gravity is 6 times stronger. Gravity, the invisible force that makes an apple fall to the ground instead of flying up to the sky. In other words, an item that has gravity, like a planet or a moon, pulls things toward it. So the apple is pulled down toward the earth. People are pulled down toward the earth. That's why we have weight and we don't fly away. Now, if the earth has more gravity than the moon, then things have more weight on the earth than they would on the moon. A cow that weighs 600 pounds on Earth would weigh only 100 pounds on me. So you feel lighter if you would be on the moon because there wouldn't be as much gravity holding you onto the surface of the moon. Speaking of cows, Earth has cows and nursery rhymes. Kindergartners, we did nursery rhymes this year, didn't we? And nursery rhymes starring cows. Do you remember that one? Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon. But a cow has never jumped over me. I'm too far away for even a kangaroo to make that leap. Average distance between Earth and me is 238,855 miles. You could fit 30 Earths in that distance, and probably a gazillion cows. So if you were to fill the space between the Earth and the moon, it would take 30 Earths to get there. 238,000 miles. BFFs help each other out. I keep Earth from being too wobbly. This might be the most important thing I do, and you probably didn't even know about it. That's one of the things I didn't really know. With me, gentle spinning. My gravity at work. Without me, topsy-turvy. Don't worry, moon gazers, you're never without me. Remember, because the moon has gravity, it pulls the Earth just a little bit, just enough to keep it steady and not wobbling back and forth. I don't disappear during the day. I'm always here for Earth. Have you ever seen the moon during the day? It's always there, even when we can't see it. You just can't see me when it's super bright out, or when it's cloudy, or when I'm on the other side of the Earth. I can prove I'm always here. Check out the Earth's tides. Have you ever gone to the ocean? And have you noticed that sometimes it comes up high and sometimes it goes out? We call that high tide and low tide. And it goes back and forth twice every day. And the reason it does that is because of the pull of the gravity from the moon. High tide happens twice a day. Low tide happens twice a day. That's gravity again, my gravity, pulling on Earth's oceans. I have the best views of Earth, and Earth has the best views of me. We know when we're standing here on Earth, we can look up and usually see the moon. If you were standing on the moon, would you be able to look up and see the Earth? Yeah. But some Earthlings wanted to see me up close. Did you know that humans from Earth have walked on the moon? We've landed spaceships there and walked there. I'm the only other place in the whole universe where man has set foot. And I do mean man. I'm still waiting for my first female astronaut. I've had 12 moonwalkers and a few left footprints. And some of those footprints are still here. No wind or rain or snow to mess them up. Even though it's been over 50 years, some of those footprints are still there because they never get blown away or washed away. Other things you won't find on me. No oxygen, no mosquitoes, which is a good thing, I think. No plants, no liquid water, no animals, including cows. Things you will find on me. Rocks. Really big rocks. More rocks. Presents from Earth. Stuff left behind by untidy astronauts. Nail clippers, golf ball, falcon feather, hammer, an American flag. Earth and I have so much fun together, like when we play Eclipse. Have you ever heard of a solar eclipse or a lunar eclipse? Solar eclipse. I hide the sun for a few minutes. We play this during the day. It doesn't happen often, but every once in a while the moon comes between Earth and the sun and hides the sun from us. Lunar eclipse. Earth's shadow passes over me. We play this at night and it hides the moon. Really just in the shadow of the Earth. I'm always here for Earth. I'm always here for you. Where Earth goes, I go. And where Earth goes, you go. Guess that makes us best friends too. All right. If you learned something from that book, send me an email at ecerullo@cacalico.org and I'll write back to you. I'll see you another day for another story.